And we say good morning to you. We're broadcasting live today, going on this rainy Friday, kicking off this weekend, St. Patty's Day weekend, race weekend at Bristol. Of course, the rain's supposed to get out of here tomorrow and get ready for the truck race tomorrow night. And then, of course, coming in with the Food City 500 at 3:30 on Sunday. They'll drop the green flag. Christopher Bales, the defending champ of the race, going to be joined by Mike Hedrick later in the show to give you a preview of Bristol, as it's time to go, and beating and banging and boogity. So all that's coming up this weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway. Two races. Tomorrow night, the truck race. And then on Sunday, of course, the Cup Series, the Food City 500. Peppering down the rain here in Elizabethton on this rainy Friday. So if you're out and about, drive carefully. Use your noggin. Slow down. Again, as we always tell you, and don't drive like it's dry pavement. Drive like it's wet pavement, because it is. And so it is a rainy Friday on the 15th. But we're here again at Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabethton. It's a cool place. 2 levels, actually 3 floors to tell you about. Over 50 vendors. And Misty Counts is the owner. She'll be here in just a few minutes talking about it. We're also going to be joined a little bit later in the show by David Lyons from Brumman Sports Shop. And we're also going to be joined by, as we said, by Mike Hedrick, again, giving you an update on the NASCAR and, of course, previewing Bristol Motor Speedway and the Food City 500 coming up, again, on this Sunday afternoon. So lots of college basketball. Goodness gracious. Tennessee plays today at 1 o'clock. The Big Orange will take on Mississippi State. We'll tell you about that coming up here. And so let's get it all started, as we always do, the national anthem and the verse today. We'll jump in and take a look at some college basketball, a lot of it, all the different tournaments, ACC, SEC, Big 12, Big 10, Pac-12. We'll take a look at all the teams, who's doing what, as some of the teams continue to do well. Some have faltered. Duke upset last night, which found a little interesting, to say the least, but they got beat. And so some other upsets along the way. And we'll take a look at the state basketball tournament as well going on. All the semifinals are set, and all 4 classes will all play on this Friday. All the teams down to the final 4 in each division of the state basketball tournament. Unfortunately, none of our teams are there. Crockett got eliminated yesterday, so it's down to non-Tri-Cities teams now in the state basketball semifinals for all 4 classes. Rain a falling. Loretta Bowers, take it over, young lady. Front and center of the national anthem here on the Tom Daly Sports Show, on the road at Duck Crossing Antique Mall in downtown Elizabethton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and the bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And back ready to go again at Duck Crossing here at downtown Elizabethton, peppering down the rain again on this Friday. Keep telling you that, but it is. So please drive carefully around about. Lights are on. Windshield wipers going, driving defensively, and a lot of rain all day long now, so it will hydroplane. I should say there will be rain out there, so please use your noggin and slow down and do a little self-defense driving. Anticipate what the other person is going to do. That would be a good thing to do. So anyway, rain is falling. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Let's start. Oh, the verse today. That's where I was going with this. The verse today, we always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, and today's certainly no different. So here it is, the verse today out of the book of Jeremiah. It says, Jeremiah 32:19, great are your purposes, and mighty are your deeds. Your eyes are open to all the ways of men. You reward everyone according to his conduct. Remember that. You reward everyone according to his or her conduct and as his deeds deserve. You reward everyone according to his conduct and as his deeds deserve. There you go, the verse of the day here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's jump in there and go, and let's start with the SEC tournament. Who's playing where? Yesterday, it was Mississippi State beating LSU by 10. South Carolina turns back Arkansas by 14. Texas A&M beat Ole Miss by 9. And Georgia defeated Florida in a close one, 85-80. And so your teams today, starting at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Tennessee and Mississippi State. Auburn and South Carolina will play at 3 o'clock. Number 4 seed Auburn, number 5 seed South Carolina. By the way, Mississippi State a number 9 seed in the tournament. Of course, the Vols are the number 1 seed. Then you have at 7 o'clock tonight, Kentucky, the number 2 seed. The Wildcats take on number 7, Texas A&M. And the nightcap will be the number 3 seed Alabama, the number 6 seed, the Florida Gators. So Tennessee, Mississippi State, Auburn, South Carolina, Kentucky, Texas A&M, and Alabama and Florida in the SEC tournament going on at Bridgestone Arena, of course, in Nashville. ACC tournament from yesterday. North Carolina State upsetting Duke, beat them by 5, 74-69. Wolfpack, the number 10 seed. Duke was the number 2 seed. North Carolina beat Florida State easily yesterday in the first game, 92-67. Pitt with a 12-point win over Wake Forest, and Virginia and Boston College late last night in that one. So you have today, you have North Carolina and Pitt and North Carolina State and Virginia. So there's your setup for today for the 7 o'clock and 9:30 games tonight. North Carolina, the number 1 seed, and number 4 seed Pitt at 7 o'clock. And then the number 10 seed, North Carolina State, the Cinderella story, and the number 3 seeded Virginia Cavaliers will play at 9:30 tonight. That is the ACC tournament. And so then who comes up next? We'll go to the Big Ten. Goes at noon today. Top-seeded Purdue will take on number 8 Michigan State. You have number 4 Northwestern, number 5 Wisconsin. Number 2 Illinois at 6:30, taking on 10th-ranked Ohio or 10th-seeded Ohio State. And then last night, Indiana defeated Penn State, so it'll be the Hoosiers in that late game last night. They'll come back and play the late game tonight. Number 6 Indiana and number 3 Nebraska will square off. That's your 4 games in the Big Ten. Purdue, Michigan State, Northwestern, Wisconsin, Illinois, Ohio State, and Nebraska and Indiana. Noon, 2:30, then the night game, 6:30, and right around 9 o'clock tonight for that one. All right, then we get to the Big East. Who's playing there tonight? UConn, the number 1 seed, UConn, and number 5 St. John's will square off at 5:30. And then you have, coming up, you have Providence and Marquette. Number 7 Providence and Friars, and number 3 Marquette. And so there's your 4 teams left in the Big East, and that will be coming up again, as we said, at 5:30 and 8 o'clock tonight from Madison Square Garden, the semifinals of the Big East tournament. A lot of basketball. If you're a basketball junkie, there's lots for you to watch this weekend, and in fact, lots tonight. So you go to the Pac-12, the semifinals there at 8 o'clock tonight. Arizona, the number 1 seed, and the number 4 seed, the Oregon Ducks, will go after it and get after it. Then you have the number 2 seed, Washington State, and the number 3 seed, Colorado. Golden Buffaloes will do their thing at 10:30 tonight. That is the Pac-12 tournament. And then, last but not least, will be the Big 12. You have number 4 seeded Texas Tech, number 1 seeded Houston tonight at 7 o'clock. Number 1 team in the country, the Cougars, put it on the line against Texas Tech. Number 2 Iowa State will take on the number 3 seeded Baylor Bears. That'll be the nightcap of that one. So lots and lots and lots going on in basketball again on this Friday, March the 15th. Couple of coaching changes since we were with you yesterday. It goes like this in the coaching changes. DePaul gets former Ohio State coach Chris Holtmann to be their next coach for the DePaul Blue Demons. Vanderbilt firing Jerry Stackhouse overnight after a 9-23 season. Don't cry too much for Jerry Stackhouse. His buyout is over $15 million. Who in their right mind, well, they do it all the time, but who in their right mind would sign a coach to when he gets fired, he gets paid $15 million? He gets paid more. I think he got paid more to get fired than he did to coach. It's crazy. Mike Boynton gone at Oklahoma State. They owe him $8 million. So, Lamont Paris contract extension at South Carolina. He's no longer a candidate at Ohio State. He said, no, I'm going to stay put. Making over $4 million a year now. And Todd Golden signs a new deal with Florida. Also making over $4 million. So there's 2 coaches staying put Lamont Paris at South Carolina and Todd Golden at Florida. They ain't going anywhere, as they say. Louisville firing Kenny Payne, as we told you. West Virginia letting Josh Ellert go. And so those are some of the coaching changes. But again, overnight, Jerry Stackhouse gone at Vanderbilt, getting paid his buyout over $15 million. So it's unbelievable how they pay these guys. When they underperform, they get paid handsomely to ride off in the sunset. Makes absolutely no sense to me. But a lot of things in this world don't make any sense to me, and that'd certainly be one of them. Evan Carter yesterday. We have ball cards here at Duck Crossing of Evan Carter. Carter 1 for 3 yesterday, scored twice, got left on base twice. They beat the Reds 7-4. Evan Carter in spring training batting .355 right now, and they'll play today at Colorado and spring training at 4:10 first pitch in at Colorado to battle the Rockies in spring training. So the Rangers win yesterday. Evan Carter 1 for 3, scored twice, got left on base twice. So obviously, not only did he get a base hit, but he walked, so he got on base or a hit pass. I guess it'd be walk. He did walk. So 1 for 3, scored twice, left on base twice, batting .355 in spring training for Evan Carter. Pretty dadgum good. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. She's here. She's going to join us right after this. It would be Misty Counts from Duck Crossing here on show number 2041 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
It's a 3-story antique mall, huge. We have like over 50,000 square feet and over 50 different vendors, all kind of with their own little niche. It sort of feels like walking back into the past.
Amen.
You can see things from all decades. We have glassware and kitchen things, and then we also have tools and jars and bottles and lots of sports memorabilia. Even the local Elizabethton, some of the local guys who were here, Jason Witten, there's some of his cards and different items in there as well.
Hours are open at Duck Crossing.
We're open 11 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, and then 10 to 6 on Saturdays. We stay open later whenever they have the car shows on Saturday nights or for the First Friday events.
Yep. Social media, how do we find you?
We are on Facebook at Duck Crossing Elizabethton, and then on Instagram we are Duck Crossing Antiques.
Yep. One of our sponsors is Cyclone Sports. Got to check them out. I buy stuff there all the time. Misty Counts and the good folks at Duck Crossing Antique Mall in downtown Elizabethton.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy, where they get to come in, sit in the chair, see how they get pictures of their teeth and get their teeth brushed with a little silly brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful, and getting to see the kids and grow up with them it's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by. She owns the place. We're at her store. We're on her turf. How about it? Hello, young lady. How are you?
Good. How are you doing on this rainy morning?
I'm doing good. Let's see. We got you. Is everything good?
Good. Yes.
Okay.
We got sunshine so much yesterday, but I guess we need the rain too.
There we go. Had the mute button on. Now we got you. So
Okay.
Misty's here. It is peppering down the rain, but that's okay, because usually people come in when it rains anyway, don't they?
It seems like we're busier when it rains.
Go ahead and hold that. So that way,
Okay.
there you go.
Oh,
'Cause
now I feel like I'm.
a star.
Oh yeah, like
'Cause you
doing
are.
karaoke or something. I better not bust out into a song.
Well, who would you bust out into?
There's no telling.
Yeah, I know.
My favorite karaoke used to be "Goodbye Earl." by the Dixie Chicks.
Goodbye, Earl by the Dixie Chicks.
Yeah,
That was your
my daughter
song?
will kill me if I
Break out in that?
any song. She will kill me.
You've done the karaoke before?
Well, just for fun.
Yeah.
Not really like as an adult. When my kids were little.
Oh, I
my
got you.
Kids, yeah.
So you haven't been to honky tonk
No,
karaoke?
no,
Okay.
no.
Thought I'd ask. I didn't know. So, anyway, we're here at her place, 3 floors, again, over 50 vendors. Square footage is huge.
Yeah, like 50,000.
Yeah. So, if you've never been here, shame on you. This place is awesome. I bought Elvis stuff here. I bought the bobblehead doll here for Christmas and went over huge. I bought the
Coat, the
Coat.
trench coat.
yeah, trench coat, kind of the duster kind of thing. Tons of CDs back in the back right-hand corner for $1. You can't beat it. So I'm a regular here. Love shopping here. Believe in it. Be loyal. Buy local. Buy it here in Betsy and downtown Elizabeth. It's right here on the main drag. And so you've been the owner now for how long?
Over 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll be 8 years this October.
Yes. So we're inviting you to come down here whenever you can. If you can't make it today, okay. But we're planting the seed, if you will, to come by here and see 3 floors, again, and over 50 vendors and over 50,000 square feet full of goodies. Here on the porch where I'm at, I'm in the window. And so you've got green glassware. Tell us what's out here on the porch. And also, she's honoring Dr. Seuss this month. So tell us what you got.
Well, we've got St. Patty's Day is Sunday, so we've got some greens, and most of the window is for the Read Across America month in March. Then we had some kids down here a couple of weeks ago for Dr. Seuss's birthday, and they were on the streets and having fun, and so we got lots of reading books and looking books if they're too young to read, and then we have a lot of old books too for adults. We've got some for everybody.
Yep. And so Dr. Seuss, because we're getting ready to go down to Harold McCormick and pass out T-shirts here in a little while for the Readers or Winners promotion with Northeast Community Credit Union. We'll have 50 young people that have, based on number of minutes read, they filled out the logs and brought them back to the teacher and signed off with the parents. So the top 50 will get a T-shirt. We'll go in front of the big pep assembly here in a little while. We did it at West Side Monday or Tuesday. We're doing Harold McCormick today. We'll be doing East Side next week, so we're excited about this. And so we're all about reading. She's all about reading. Dr. Seuss, Read Across America. And so that's one thing. So you got an old Western Flyer bicycle right here behind us.
We do. I had a guy bring that in this week, and I haven't really found a spot for it yet, so it's just sitting up here. But it's from the 60s, and he actually wrote it himself.
Oh, did he really?
So it has the light and the horn and everything. Yeah, it was one he had in his attic, and he said he just didn't want to hold on to it anymore. He wanted somebody maybe could use it. So it's really cool. It's in great shape.
It is
Like
in
I
great
said,
shape.
It's just been kept up in the attic, which is better than the barn. Sometimes we get a lot of stuff from barns, and it takes quite a bit of
Cleaning up.
and
Yep.
yes.
Oh, this looks brand spanking new. It really does.
Yeah.
It's a Western Flyer bicycle. What is the price on it?
It's $175.
$175.
And
Well worth
he
it.
Even he put new tires on it too a few years back, and they're they look good. They don't look like they don't belong.
Yeah. So it's an old fashioned. I don't know if you can even see it behind me.
Oh, and he even said he got it right over here across the street.
When he was a kid.
Yes, whenever he was a kid.
Wow.
Was there Western Auto or something? Yeah,
There
so
was.
He got it. That's where he bought it.
Because that's a Western Flyer bike. So he got it at
Okay.
Western Auto.
Yeah, I thought
That's
that
a-
was neat.
Yeah. So that's right here on the porch. That's just one thing. I mean, again, right across the porch, we have walking sticks. What else on the front porch over here?
We've got a bunch of windows. We got a lot of windows in different sizes, different from just the single panes all the way to 8 to 12 pane windows, different sizes, starting at $10, going up to I think the highest is $40, but most are in the 10 to 20 range. We have old crates, metal milk crates, and plastic crates. We've got this little man that's 84. And he's from, where does he live? Butler, Hampton. And he carves. So he carves these canes and the walking sticks, and he makes the birdhouses. And he's got some planting chairs and things like they look like chairs, but they're planters. Birdhouses, I think I said. And bird feeders, and just he's very talented and just whittles away, and it's amazing because the walking sticks range from $7. Like I've had people actually buy them for resale because they're so cheap, but he just enjoys getting to carve them. So they're just a real simple carve, but they have the loop, the leather loop, and the other ones that as they get more detailed, they go up. I think the highest ones that he has are, well, he has some canes that are shaped like eagles, and they're $30, but most of the other just walking sticks are in the $7 to $15 range, which is amazing.
Very affordable, folks.
Yes.
Very affordable. You need to just come down here and see. So on the bottom floor, we can't walk through here right now because we're on the air. By the way, David Lyons coming up here in a few minutes from Brummett Sports Shop. And then at the bottom of the hour, the 12 o'clock hour, get a live preview of the Bristol Motor Speedway weekend racing, truck race tomorrow night, and the Food City 500 Sunday at 3:30 in the afternoon. Christopher Bell's the defending champ of the race. We'll get a report from our buddy Mike from Virginia, Mike Hedrick. So as you walk through here,
Yes.
kind of give us, I know you can't describe everything, but kind of give us, there's different vendors all the way through. So describe what we'll see on the first floor, would you please?
We have a large vintage jewelry selection on the first floor. A lot of what they call estate fine jewelry, things that were made and are not being mass produced anymore. We have a lot of different things in that department. We have a lot of art glassware and colored glassware. We have a Victorian booth that has some really unusual items in it. We have a booth that has a lot of signs, porcelain signs and street signs, tags. He has a lot of bottles, a lot of Dr. Enough memorabilia. Yes.
That's cool.
That's a big thing around here is the Dr. Enough.
Memorabilia?
Yes.
Yes.
So, and we've got tools down here, and we've got all kinds of stuff. We keep Christmas year round. We've got a Christmas tree, and we keep Christmas year round in that little area because people like when they're traveling to pick up something from different cities. So we do have that here on the first floor.
Should we even do this? All right, go up. Tell me about as you go up on the mezzanine. I'm going to find out how many days are to Christmas. You probably don't want to know that, but I'm going to, just for kicks, I'm going to do this.
No. So on the mezzanine, on the right, we have a couple ladies who have some really neat pottery. They've got an old sled seat, I guess you would call it, that would go like, on like the horse-drawn carriage kind of thing. But and it's really cool. It's really old, and they have a really unique sense of style. On the right side, on the left side, we have cool stuff. We have a lot of the kind of the boho kind of, not some mid-century, but the 60s, 70s, my kind of stuff on that floor. Mushrooms, all that fun, kitschy stuff. We've got
albums.
And then we have two sides of toys. Some new toys, and not new, but made newer, that are just fun for the kids to come up there and see. We've got lots of records. We've got even some old VHS that we still sell, 8 tracks. We've got, and books, lots of books, lots of toys from the 70s, and characters that you remember from your childhood.
I'm telling you, 3 floors, 50,000 square feet, and again, over 50 vendors. I promise you. Now, first thing I want you to do when you come here, carve out some time. Don't go blow in, blow out, because you won't do that. You'll walk in and go, gosh, look at that. I remember that. I remember when I was a kid, we just like the gentleman had the bike, Western Flyer bike. He bought it right over there when it was a Western Auto Store. Lots of memories will come out when you come through this store. It's, again, 3 floors, over 50 vendors, over 50,000 square feet. So when you come, just figure you're going to spend some time here because it's going to take some time to go through it. It'll be worth every minute you come through. And they have all kinds of, they got furniture. I had put my eye on a pie safe, and I snoozed and I loosed, as they say, because I said, I'll be back next week, and I think I'm going to put some, came back, sold. So if you said, well, I was down here at Christmas at Doug Crossing, well, there's been a lot of turnover since then, and a lot of merchandise has come and gone.
Yes.
We
try to keep it fresh, and
Oh, yeah.
we have vendors that are bringing in stuff all the time.
A lot went out, a lot comes in. So if you say, well, I was there back in January, okay, you need to come back because it's turnover all the time. Folks are selling and buying, or they're selling things and bringing the new stuff in, as she said. So it's the antique. Is there a trend right now, or is there something out there folks are looking for? I know at one point you told me, I think back when football season was maybe blue jars. There's something you said they were looking for those. So
The number 13 jars, people are still looking for those. The mushroom stuff, the Mary mushroom from the 70s are
really?
really big with the younger generation. Art Deco style furniture items are getting hot. Frames, just little sit around things. So
it's interesting.
changes.
It's interesting that things you think will never catch somebody's interest anymore circles back around, and it does, doesn't it? Yeah. I've told this story before. Musically speaking, one of my girls asked me back in the fall, said, been listening to this group. It's about a bug. You ever heard of this group about a bug? And I said, a group with a bug name. I had no clue what she was talking about. She said the Beatles. And I'm thinking, yeah, I think I've heard of the Beatles. But now she's come back around as a high schooler, and she's into Elvis, and she's into the Beatles.
Oh, yeah.
So see, things go, you think no longer the Art Deco, nobody's going to want this anymore. It's come back around now. They want it, right?
Yeah, we get lots of young kids in here, and they're particular about their records, and it's not just picking them up for decor, which when I first started, people would use them, put them on their wall and stuff. Now they're actually listening to
Play
them.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And I see, Brad, I got 2 radios from down here, antique radios. I'm an antique guy with radios and clocks. You got lots and lots of clocks in here.
We do.
Oh, you got to come in and see it, folks. How do we find you on Facebook, social media?
We're on Facebook. We're Duck Crossing Elizabethton, and on Instagram we are Duck Crossing Antiques.
Yeah.
And then we're also on TikTok.
Yep. So there you go. It's easy to find. Duck Crossing. Love promoting downtown. Love promoting this store. She does a wonderful job. She jumped on board football. Has been with me ever since. I like it because folks come in and tell you that they hear it, don't they?
That's right.
Yeah. So I love promoting this place. I'm a big fan. And we'll just tell you, and you probably already figured this out, if I don't believe in the product, I'm not going to advertise it. I don't care what it is, whether it's a car, bank, car dealer, whatever it is. If I don't personally believe in it, I'm not going to get on here and tell you something I don't believe in. So when I tell you I believe in Duck Crossing, I believe in Duck Crossing. So, and you got Evan Carter ball cards too, don't you?
We do. We've got a lot of different ones. I can't believe how many cards they put out, but we also have those new ones that people are looking for, the rookie cards for this past year.
Mm-hmm. Yesterday he went 1 for 3. He scored twice, got left on base twice. Evan Carter batting .355 in spring training, and they'll play today against Colorado at 4:10. They're probably halfway through spring training. Regular season starts Easter weekend, so we're inside of, right at 2 weeks before the season actually starts, and Evan Carter's having a heck of a spring. Everybody said, well, he'll get out there and he'll have a slump because he's a second-year player who have a slump. Well, why would he have a slump? I mean, why do you have to automatically? No, he's not having a slump. He's batting .355. That's really good. So, anyway, the cards are here. She's here, and you guys are here. What are the hours? What are the days?
Monday through Friday, we're here from 11 to 5:30. On Saturdays, we're here 10 to 6. When they start, if the car show's back up, I believe in May, then we're open late for the car shows. We always stay open until about 7 or 8, but always open until 6, year-round.
I love her shirt, Duck Crossing. Love it, love it. You're going to bring some show and tell next time, right? Next segment?
Yeah. Yes.
She's going to bring some show and tell when she comes back here in a little while. We'll take a break for Physical Therapy Services, one of our great sponsors. And up next, another sponsor from right down the street of Brummett Sports Shop. I was there yesterday and bought a scorebook for the game, bought a new Elizabethton ball cap for the game. So he's got Crockett, Daniel Boone, Science Hill. They got, in fact, when I was in there yesterday, a lady came in and picked up the letters for the Letterman's jacket. The S&H, she told Julie she was the Science Hill cheerleader sponsor, picking up Science Hill lettering for her jackets for the Science Hill cheerleaders. So they sell to people all over the place, right here in downtown Elizabethton. So David joins us coming up next. Again, Tennessee plays at 1 today, an hour away from tip-off. The Big Orange battling Mississippi State in the opening round for the Big Orange in the Southeastern Conference Tournament. Back after this at the Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. You teach classes. You go all over the place teaching classes, all over the country. You've been here and there doing clinics and and different symposiums and so on and so forth. Tell us about that. It's pretty special.
Oh, it's we really enjoy it. It's something that I started doing with my dad, with him back when I first got out of school, and we travel all over the country. We still do, basically teaching other PTs and physicians to do what we do here in Elizabethton and in Carter County. And it's crazy that our little kind of beautiful part of the country, that people are interested and want to copy what we do here, and it's because we do such a good job at it.
That's what separates them from all the other competition, because he's out teaching classes all over the place. And tell me some of the places you've been to do that.
Oh, we've been to California, Oregon, all over the Midwest, into the Northeast, and the really interesting people that we're teaching are the military PTs, because of everything that the military is allowed to do. There's not the insurance restrictions that we have here on the civilian side. So it's interesting to see the PTs that are able to do these amazing treatments coming to us to say, hey, how do we do what you do to make sure that our servicemen and women get the best treatment possible?
That's awesome. That's the reason why you need to come to Physical Therapy Services if you have a problem, and he's going to tell you how to do that here in just a second, the social media. But you look now that, they come all the way, they go all over the country to teach PTS's theories, if you will. So it's not just a local, it's not just a regional, it's a national company, Physical Therapy Services. So if we need your help, how do we get a hold of you?
Hey, give us a call at my office, 543-0073. You can call us at our pediatric office, 543-2215. You can also reach us on social media on Facebook, Physical Therapy Services. We'll be happy to help you out however we can, and if we can't get you better, then we'll point you in touch with the right people that can.
You got it. One of our great sponsors here, Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show, love promoting Dr. Smith and his great folks at Physical Therapy Services. We are. We're ready. There we go. We're back here. Brad just brought me the brand spanking new Evan Carter in a Rangers uniform card. There's a glare on the screen, but there you go. For $8, got him down here. Better come get him while you can get him. He's batting .355, as we told you. Went 1 for 3 yesterday, scored twice, and was left on base twice. So they'll play at Colorado today. I was there yesterday. Boom, Brumman Sports Shop base scorebook. And I'm proud to tell you that the first game they beat let me tell you what, Maddie Jones, a good little pitcher for Johnson County. She can stroke it. She can bring it. Struck out 6. So, but our players of the game yesterday was Emma O'Quinn, went 3 for 3 with an RBI and scored once. You had, Layla Bird with 12 strikeouts. She's only a sophomore. She's in this book, of course. And then Sadie Williams, back after her knee or torn ACL, her first game back, jacks a 2-run homer. So how about that for your opening day back after being hurt? You hit a 2-run homer. Did you ever hit a 2-run homer?
Never.
Huh?
Never.
No, you can hold that right there.
All right.
You never hit a home run?
No.
No.
I wasn't big on baseball.
No. You're a football guy.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like your beard, man. Your beard looks good.
Thank you.
Does she like it? Mama like it?
Well, she's not complaining, so.
There you go. If she's not complaining, it's a good thing.
That's it.
Brumman Sports Shop right down the street. Again, as I said yesterday, went in and bought a ball cap and bought a scorebook. While I was in there, the Science Hill Cheerleaders sponsor, or somebody coming over from Science Hill Cheerleaders, picked up the letters SH, I guess, for the varsity jackets, the Letterman's jackets. So she was there picking them up from the Science Hill Cheerleaders. So it's based in Elizabeth, but there's a Letterman's jacket on the wall from Avery County. There's a Letterman's jacket there that's from Crockett and from Daniel Boone. And there's more over there, down there, too. Of course, there's one from Elizabethton. So now's the time really to order to start talking about getting this, because it's going to take a while to do it, and you want it here for cold weather, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So Christmas, I just checked, we're 284 days till Christmas. Misty said, don't do that, it makes me nervous. But so 284 days till Christmas. So now's the time to come in and take a look at the Letterman's jackets and order what you need, the color schemes, and certainly come in and try them on size-wise so you'll know how to fit. And I guess you would almost have to think, okay, you're getting them now, but you're going to be wearing them next year, so you may think you have to get maybe a little bit bigger, because if these kids keep growing, right?
Yeah, if you're still growing, if you're still outgrowing your T-shirts and things, you want to think about that, because once we make it, it does cost quite a bit more to change it.
Hello to Karen Snyder and Buddy Street, John Harden, Dixie McDuffie. Cookville leads Bartlett in the first game of the semifinals in 4A basketball, 41-39. We'll keep you posted. Junior's back on the watch, and I appreciate that. He's giving me the scores. Tennessee plays at 1 against Mississippi State. Opening round of the SEC tournament. Again, here's the Evan Carter card you can get here at Duck Crossing for $8. It's him in a Texas Ranger uniform. I think it's the first one that's actually got him in a Rangers uniform. The others have been the minor league teams. And then, of course, we got some from here in Elizabeth, and we played with the Cyclones. But this is a Ranger card. Just got them in $8. And you keep hitting 355, that's going to go up. You're not going to be able to get it for $8. So I'd come down to Duck Crossing and get them while I could. Oh, gosh, I love this right here. He does trophies and plaques and awards. And check this out. This is awesome. That is neat. And so this is Brumman Sports Shop. Of course, you can put anybody on there. So you do lots. In fact, going down there yesterday, you had a whole floor full of boxes of trophies going out. Where they going to?
So those, I think, are going to the Happy Valley Basketball League.
All right. There's a bunch of them going out. There'll be some happy kids.
Yep. So
There's a ton of trophies.
Yeah, the traditional style trophies that you're used to getting. We do the acrylic and resin as well. Didn't have any extra to bring, but those are really nice trophies. The one piece really look good. You
get the poly resin. You get the acrylics like this. Or you can get just the traditional trophy of just about anything. Oh, gosh. I mean, if it's basketball, soccer, cheerleading, I mean, whatever it is, you can put on top of a trophy, they can get it for you. No matter who it is, or if it's a girl player or a guy player, they can get it.
Well, I've got tractors put on top of trophies, so whatever you need.
Tractors?
That's it.
There you go. She thinks my tractor's sexy. Remember that song? Who sang it? Tim McGraw, I think it was. So, tractors. Anything you want on top of a trophy and plaque. Remember that, whether it's an athletic team or a business. In fact, there was a gentleman came in yesterday was getting a plaque updated. One of those little tiny, what do you call those little things?
For the perpetual
plaques. Little tag, not wouldn't be a tag. What do you call the little thing that plate? Update the little plate that they have like for employee of the month or whatever. So he was there getting one upgraded, and Julie took that and said, "We'll have it turned around for you pretty quick." So there you go. So anyway, just remember trophies and plaques and poly resin. Be loyal. Buy local, buy it here in the Tri-Cities, and again, Amazon don't sponsor your ball clubs, and so here is medals.
Yep.
And there's a basketball medal.
Yep.
Maroon, I'm going to guess it's Happy Valley.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Yep, Happy Valley Elementary BBC. Elementary boys basketball. I don't know what the BBC stands for, but doesn't matter. So there it is. And they can put that on the back.
And we actually do the engraving.
You don't farm it out. You do it in-house.
Right, and it's not a laser. It's actually a hard engraving into the metal.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
So, and this, obviously, from Maroon for Happy Valley. They got all the different color ribbons. And, of course, there's the medals of all the different sports. You can get those done.
Yeah, we got golf, volleyball, a medal for about anything you can think of.
Yep. Tennessee, Mississippi State. Can they beat did they get beat by the Bulldogs down there earlier in the year?
I don't recall.
I think they did. I think they got beat in Starkville. They got run off the floor, if I remember right. Yeah. So Mississippi State got a big win yesterday over LSU. It was an upset to get where they are. So Tennessee plays at 1, so it'll be a good challenge for Tennessee. I'm going to go on the record and say you better come out of this opening game with a lot of mojo and be fired up and play some really good basketball, because I think it's going to set the tone for the rest of the tournament. You haven't played since you got beat by Kentucky, so I think it's in my opinion, it's a gut check game for Tennessee. It's like, okay, we got beat by Kentucky on our home floor, and so now we've waited a week to play. We better come out ready to roll.
That's it.
Because now the waters get real deep pretty quick now. Ain't too many cream puffs out there. Maybe next week in the tournament, maybe the first game. Beyond that, that's not even a fair statement, because the 16 seeds have beat the number 1 seeds before.
Yeah.
So if Tennessee becomes the number 1 seed. So bottom line is Tennessee needs to come out of the gate roaring today to make a statement, I think, for the rest of the postseason. But that's just me.
Absolutely.
Baseball, softball, scorebooks, and Brumman Sports. Tell me about these.
So those are a new style. I think you actually got the last of the old style.
I did, yeah.
So that's a new style. We've got several of those in stock. As you can see, we get those from Champro. They're set up the same way. They just open sideways instead of up and down.
That's why I got the Brumman up and down. Because usually most press boxes I go to is limited in space, so I just flip it like this instead of doing it this way. So, but it's personal preference, but they've got them, got a bunch of them in stock. So there's something else. He always brings show and tell box, and I appreciate that. What else we got to show?
So we've got
Bucket hats.
yeah, our bucket hats. We've got excuse me, all different styles for schools. Got Elizabethton, Unaka, Happy Valley. If we don't have the design that you want, we can get it.
Yep. There's the big U for the Unaka Rangers. They call this a boonie hat. We always called it a bucket hat, but either way, it's a hat that you can put your favorite team's logo on it, and doesn't have to be Carter County, it can be anywhere, right?
Right.
All right.
Exactly right. So it's this style hat, the Champro hat,
Yep.
but we got them in all different colors.
Wow.
So we can do, Unaka, Happy Valley with that. We've
Do
got,
Dobbins Middle. That's maroon for
Dobbins
DB.
Bennett.
Yep.
Johnson County. So there's a lot of teams around here that have maroon.
Yep. And the beauty of that is you're doing a local, it's a quick turnaround time.
Yeah.
So this is a solid back.
Yeah, all these are going to be a fitted hat.
This is a kind of a ventilated back, right? Got the holes in it.
Yep.
So breathe a little bit on a hot, sweaty day, summer day, right when you sweat. There's your colors there.
Yep. So I got Cloudland.
That's Cloudland. Yep. There's the big C for the Highlanders. Okay.
Then we've got one for Hampton.
Bulldogs.
Yep.
Okay. Here's that one right there. Or any other school. Gate City has these colors. Any other school that has these colors. Of course, Hampton's here in Carter County, but
Yep.
he'll go anywhere and take them anywhere to sell them.
Yeah. That one out there, it's a silver or gray is a very versatile color.
Yep.
So we can put any team you like on that one.
And even if it's not a school team, do a Little League teams too, right?
Right.
So it can be a softball team, Little League team of any sort. And then here's your two-tone.
Yeah,
Not two-tone. Is it?
Unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two-tone's not right. Two colors.
Yeah.
No, it's not two-tone. No, Tom, it's not two-tones. Two colors. So the white face and the blue bill and the ventilated back. Available at Brummett Sports here in literally right down the street where we are here in downtown Elizabethton.
And, right now, baseball season's getting kicked off. We do jerseys, do heat press jerseys, do sublimated jerseys. With the sublimated, it's a 4-week turnaround time. So we're getting real close if that's something you would like to look into.
Yeah. So if you want that, that's available too at Brummett Sports.
Yeah.
All right. More show and tell. Brought some more stuff in.
Yeah. So we got
That looks good right there.
the T-shirt hoodies. So just like a regular T-shirt, but it's got the hood on
Got
the
the
back.
hood on the back. Yep. T-shirt hoodies. Got them from all the teams. And
Yep.
so,
Got them in all different colors, and that's a heat transfer. We've got different Cyclone baseball transfers. We've got all the local schools, and if it's one of those that you want that we don't have, let us know. We'll try to get it.
sizes go from what to what?
So we can order from small to I think 3 to 4X.
Yep. So there you go. From the little ones to the big boy sizes. There it is. I got it on the screen, don't it? Yep.
Yep.
Those are T-shirt hoodies.
Yep.
Call them. So that's available, and we showed Elizabethton, but you can get any school you want.
Yep.
We start our baseball coverage Monday, by the way. We'll be at Unicoi County for the conference opener. It's going to be a dandy. All right. This
we
one.
did the sweatshirt version of that last week. That's a T-shirt crop top.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm told that people like them.
Yep. Can it on the screen? Yeah, I got it. So
That T-shirt's really lightweight.
it is. Yeah. It is lightweight. So, and get those on any size too, right?
Yes.
So this had to be the Rangers. So if you have a team, here's another thing you may want to talk to me about. If you want to sell these in your particular merchandise shop for a high school, you can work out a deal where you can sell you those, and you can turn around and sell them in your gift shop, if you call it, or what do you want to call it, your school selling school pride stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, they can do that too. So you get with him and get a bunch of those ordered and turn around and sell them, put money in your athletic department's pocket.
That's right.
Do that too.
We can even try to work out a deal to do some fundraiser stuff.
Yeah.
So
See there? Be loyal. Is Amazon going to do that with you? Probably not. Wouldn't think so. But they will at Brummett Sports Shop. All right, so here's another one. Man, that's
this right here is an example of a sublimated polo. So we've got that for Happy Valley. We've got an Elizabethton one, and I think a Unaka one in right now. But again, we can get any school, any style.
yeah, that's sharp looking.
Yeah.
That's really nice. It's long too. It's a long.
Yeah. And that's kind of the retro style,
Mm-hmm.
throwback.
So these are available again at Brummett's.
Yes.
Same. There's your HV for Happy Valley on the sleeve, but it can be any school.
Mm-hmm.
Am I showing it right? There it is. No, I'm not. Let's do it right there.
Yep.
HB. So still didn't do it right, but you know what I'm talking about. And there's the Warrior right here on the shirt. So these are available at Brummett's. So what's been hot since we were there since you were here last week? What have you been moving?
We've been a lot of T-shirts, warmer weather coming
Mm-hmm.
around, but a whole lot of baseball jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Love it.
yeah.
They've got baseball. They got the plastic baseballs down there. They got the ones that got the dipples on it. That's not an actual baseball. They're neon yellow.
Yeah.
Those are
Kind of like an old pitching machine
pitching
ball.
machine ball. Yep, got those. And then I call them old wiffle balls, but that's not what the bag said. But you got those there in both softball size and baseball size.
Yep.
Who would use those?
So that's kind of like a practice ball.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get in the backyard and work on, hitting,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to worry about knocking it over into the neighbor's yard and running after it. So
Yeah.
you can work on your, your stance and things like that without
Mm-hmm.
busting out windows.
No, bust. Amen. We used to bust out a lot of windows growing up.
Yeah.
Did you ever bust out a window?
One or two.
Yep. Yep. We'd go home, my father would say, he said to the day he died, there was 4 boys and we had a 5th son. His name was I don't know. Who busted out the window? I don't know. I don't know. Well, who did? I don't know. Who knocked out the window of the baseball? Next door neighbor. I don't know. So I understand. So these will keep you from doing that. They're available here at Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth. And what's the hours are open?
So right now we're open from 10 to 5, and on Thursday we're doing the Shop Late Thursday. We're doing 10 to 7.
Yep. Can we get these from Brummett Sports?
We're actually out of stock of them right now, but we can order these.
Yeah.
And get in. This one actually has the golf logo on it.
Tuffy with the golf logo.
We can do the baseball Tuffy, regular Tuffy, Elizabethan E for Elizabethan, but we can do it for all the schools too. We can get these in any color.
Yeah.
So maroon, black, white.
Gray shoulders and the color down there, or you can get different color shoulders too.
No, it comes
It
with
comes
gray shoulders.
straight gray shoulders.
Yeah.
But still, that'll look good. It'd be a good color scheme for anybody. It's got green or blue or red or maroon. That'll look good on anybody.
It will.
So those are available too. So social media, how do we find you?
It's Brummett Sports Shop on Facebook, and we're also on Instagram, same Brummett Sports Shop.
Mm-hmm.
Have a website, BrummettSportsShop.com, or Brummetts.com, I'm sorry.
Can we say hello to Julie and Ashley? We better, because they're down there working every day, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're busting it. So Ashley will be his sister. So just
Come in and see them.
yeah, go and see him. Aggravate him. There you go. Especially Ashley. Aggravate her.
That's it.
Can I say that?
Oh, yeah.
That's your sister. So
right.
yeah, go in and rag her a little bit, razz her a little bit. It'd be good. Brummett Sports Shop, folks, they do a great job. We're pleased as punch they're with us here on our broadcast of the sports show and also Cyclone Sports. Softball game tonight probably in jeopardy. We've had a lot of rain more coming, so we're supposed to play Granger tonight. I think they got to make a 2-hour bus trip to get up here, so they're going to have to be real cautious, keeping an eye to the sky before they start up here to play. So I think that's probably in jeopardy, but I don't know that for sure. But we do play on Monday, for sure, baseball at Unicoi County in the conference opener. So that'll be a good ball game to open up our baseball broadcast. It'll be audio only on Monday from Unicoi County High School. But on Tuesday will be the home opener here at Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark. We'll have video and audio on that one on Tuesday. So we're excited about getting into the heart of baseball season, getting cranked up, and it's here. And so 155 days till kickoff for Cyclone football. Not that we're counting, but we're down to 155. It'll be here before we know it, too. So, and you guys getting ready to do a lot of the cool things for football, so you got some ideas to do football, aren't you?
Yeah. We've got some things we've been discussing, so hopefully can bring out some new stuff for football season.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming. It's great. David Lyons with us. See on the screen from Brummett Sports Shop right down the street. Again, Science Hill, Crockett, Daniel Boone, Dobbins Bennett, Elizabeth, and Avery County Pickett. If you're out there and go, wonder if he could, give him a call.
Yep.
Wonder if they could give him a call. All you can do is tell you no, but I bet you won't, because they can do just about anything. They can do a lot of things for a lot of people.
If we can't, we'll try to point you in the right direction.
Yeah. And even if it's not a school team, if it's a little team, it's a little baseball team or a little person softball team. He said he's doing a lot of jerseys.
Yeah.
They're not all schools. There are a lot of these little league teams too, aren't they?
Exactly right.
Yeah. So it's not just school teams, but so bottom line is, if you think you got an idea, wonder if he can, give him a call. Wonder if he can do this certain type of a trophy or a medal. Give him a call. They got a whole room full of different kinds of trophies to choose from. So I'm going to bet you, I'm going to go on the record and say I bet they can help you, but you won't know until you make the call.
That's it.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Got to make that phone call. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at some Major League Baseball. The Yankees got a big sigh of relief. We'll tell you why. And then coming up at the bottom of the hour in about 10 minutes, Mike Hedrick with a preview of Bristol Motor Speedway. It's race week. Tomorrow night, the Truck Series, the Weather Guard truck race tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, the Food City 500. Don't forget, if you're a fan of A.J. Allmendinger, he'll be at the Food City in Blumpville tomorrow at 2 o'clock from 2 to 2:45. First 100 get a wristband to sign. And so if you're a fan of A.J. Allmendinger, who's driving this weekend with Colic Racing, he'll have the Mountain Dew, Cheetos, and the Food City logos on his car. And so he'll be at the Food City in Blumpville tomorrow from 2 to 2:45 to sign autographs. That's A.J. Allmendinger, again, at the Food City in Blumpville. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk some baseball next on the Tom Taylor Sports.
This is Pastor Fowler of Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton, and we'd love to have you come be with us. You and your family be with us on Sunday. I'm standing here in the lobby at our visitors table, our welcome table, and there's packets made up with tells you a little more about the church and get acquainted card, and then also a mug and some things in there for you to take with you to remind you to pray for us. And we've got a place for you and your family and want you to come. Our goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior, but beyond that, to find your purpose and contentment in life of knowing Him, walking with Him, and serving Him each day. And so we want you and your family to come be with us Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. You can find a little more information about us online at pleasantbeachbaptist.com.
Hey, this is Tom Taylor. Here in 2024, the Tom Taylor Sports Show is now on TikTok. That's right. Lots of cool things coming all year long, again, on TikTok. Be sure and like us, share it, and follow by hitting the plus button. So, a lot of neat things coming. Please get on board with us. Like, share, or follow by hitting the plus button. The Tom Taylor Sports Show, now in 2024, on TikTok. We're talking to our buddy Brian Pipkin, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Brian Pipkin, tell us about the hickory smoked hams for Easter. They are out of this world good. Tell us about them.
Absolutely. So, we smoke hams 3 times a year. We do them for Easter, for Thanksgiving, and for Christmas. And if you've never had one of our smoked hams, I would strongly encourage you to try it. What we do, we take a spiral ham, just really the exact same thing you can buy in the grocery store. We take that little packet of stuff they have and we chunk that in the trash can. We pop the ham on our smoker, cook them for a couple hours with a combination of hickory and charcoal, smoking them. They take them off the smoker. We immediately at that point pop them into a vacuum seal bag. We put our own special brine that we make in-house here on them that a combination of several things that gives that good flavor, and then we seal it right there in the bag. And the beauty of this is when you cook it, it cooks with this brine juice in it, retains all the smoke flavor because the brine's designed to complement the smoke flavor, not to overpower it, which is what you usually get with the packets in the store. Is they're full of artificial flavors that are designed to kind of mask the taste of the ham. We want to bring out the natural flavor in it, and that's what our process does. They're really good. They're very competitively priced. I look at what Pratt's and Honey Baked Ham, which I think sell more hams than anybody in this area, charge, and we try to make sure that we're actually a little bit under that. I don't think you'd be disappointed at all if you try one of our hams. So just let us know. We're taking pre-orders on them. We cook them to order, so you just call us, tell us you want one. You pay for it when you pick it up, and we have a great time doing these. It's an honor to think of the family celebrations that we're a part of, and that's part of the reason we do it. It was something Phil always took a great deal of pride in, was thinking about a family sitting down at Easter and our meat being the center of that. So we still take a lot of pride in that, and we're more than happy to be a part of your Easter meal.
Hickory Smoked Easter Ham Smokes from Phil's Dream Pit, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And Cyclone Sports, our buddy Brian Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit and the Hickory Smoked Hams for Easter. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here at Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabethton. Again, 50,000 square feet, over 50 vendors, 3 floors to shop till you drop in here of everything conceivable in an antique store you want to see. I mean, I'm looking right here. I'm looking at old wagons out here on the front porch, an old Pepsi-Cola wagon. You've got some old shutters, the walking sticks we talked about, the old birdhouses, a lot of metal barn tin signage. This big piece of barn tin back there that says antiques on it. Here's an old oak barrel full of silk dried flowers right here as soon as you walk in. Got here on the in the window where I'm at, got the green, she's going to bring some show and tell in here in a few minutes, but some green glassware, some Archie comic books, the old Archie Digest comic books sitting right there. You've got, back here got some NASCAR stuff for the race weekend. She's going to showcase some of that. Got the Dr. Seuss stuff we talked about, so there's something in here for everybody, no question. All right, we've got Mike Hedrick coming up here in just a few minutes. We've got, let's see, baseball news. The New York Yankees getting positive news yesterday. Anytime it's positive, it's a good thing. Garrett Cole was informed he will not need Tommy John surgery, at least not for now. They're going to shut him down for 10 to 12 weeks. So Garrett Cole, the ace of the Yankee staff, again, only one spring training performance. Threw 39 pitches over 2 innings. Pitched in a simulated game on March the 7th rather than a regular game. Threw 47 pitches. And so he has been shut down for 10 to 12 weeks. And hopefully he will not need, just trying to rest the arm and put him through some therapy and some rehab. So hoping that he will not have to get the surgery, Tommy John surgery. Hello to Buddy Street. We said hello. Bree Lyons says, go, David. Hello, Linda Wagner. Hello to John and Julie Shook. I've got a new tablet here. Some of the names, I'm going to get it fixed. So you have to keep swiping every time. So by the time, see, it just went off again. So when I see these, I should have said hello. Bree says, go, David, when he was here. And then again, the website is BrummanSportsShop.com. So we appreciate Julie and John. In this case, Julie, making sure we knew that. All right, Wyatt Langford, the Texas Rangers. We talked about Evan Carter, but Wyatt Langford, guy is smoking it. Guy, again, youngest Ranger to hit as many as 5 home runs in a single spring training season since they started keeping stats back in 2006. He has 5 home runs, tied for the spring training lead. So he's had 14 RBIs and 5 home runs. Wyatt Langford, of course, the number 4 overall pick out of Florida, University of Florida. And so he's on his way to trying to make the big club. He's making a big statement to do that. Langford, the attendance, by the way, was a record for Surprise Stadium, where the Rangers and the Royals play. Had over 12,000 there to watch the game. So Evan Carter's bringing them in. Wyatt Langford's bringing them in. So the Rangers are drawing big crowds to the spring training games to see this kid and to see our kid from Elizabeth and Evan Carter. So it's good stuff. Ronald Acuna Jr., back in the Braves lineup with plenty of time to get ready for opening day. He's been out. Came back again and had not played since February the 29th. He went 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts yesterday. And so the Braves will be ready to go in 2 weeks, open up their 2024 season in Philadelphia. And so they're going to kind of increase his workload every day for Ronald Acuna Jr., but that is good news for the Braves fans as Acuna back again, working out and actually playing, and so that's a good sign that he's going to get better and better and better and be ready to go. All right, before we take a break and get our buddy on, Mike Hedrick talking NASCAR. I haven't had him on for a while. Love getting this guy on the show. He's awesome. You'll see why when we get him on there. So you look at college football. They're going to vote today. Looks like it's pretty much a done deal. They are expected to confirm today a 14-team college football playoff field starting in 2026. Details on the model will be decided at a later time, but they are agreeing that we'll go up to a 14-team playoff starting in 2026. It'll benefit the Big Ten and the Southeastern Conference, no question there, putting them ahead of the Big 12 and the ACC. The new contract will pay the Big Ten and the Southeastern Conference 29% of the upcoming contract. Big bucks, which works out to be about $22 million per school in the Big Ten and the Southeastern Conference. Wow. That's more. That's over what they're already getting. That's a big pay raise. The ACC will receive between $13 and $14 million per school. And so right there, Florida State's going to say, We're leaving. You wait and see. This model goes through, they're going to vote on today, and I don't see why it wouldn't. So, but the ACC is just going to get $13 to $14 million per school, where the SEC and the Big Ten is going to get, as we said, $22 million per school. That's a difference of $8 or $9 million. And Florida State's going to go, we ain't staying in the ACC for that. You wait and see. I'm not so sure Clemson will stay for that. Why would you not? Of course, there's nobody courting them, I don't think, to expand the Big Ten or the Southeastern Conference, I don't think. I'm not hearing anything about expansion of the conferences, but that would be certainly a impetus to make that happen. Florida State and Clemson going, we ain't staying for this. Them boys across the street's making 22 and I'm making 13, and my product's just as good as their product as far as a national fan base. And there's probably some merit to that. I don't know about Clemson, but Florida State's got a pretty good national fan base, I would think. And Clemson does to a point. But both these schools are going to go, no, I don't think I'm going to do this. I think we're not going to stay in the ACC. You wait and see. I look for them to bolt. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. We are here live. As we are. Here's the verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. It is his show. It's his life. I'm just passing through it. It's his world. You and I are just passing through it. The quicker we figure it out, the better off we're going to be. I can tell you that. Jeremiah 32:19 says, great are your purposes and mighty are your deeds. Your eyes, talking about God, your eyes are open to all the ways of men. You reward everyone according to his conduct. How about that? That'll get you. That's pretty sobering. He rewards us according to our conduct and as our deeds deserve. Whew, me oh my. That doesn't get you. It should get you. It gets me. I can tell you that. So you're rewarded based on your deeds. So interesting, to say the least. The verse of the day, Jeremiah 32:19. All right, quick break. Back after this, and we'll be ready to go talking NASCAR, the Bristol Motor Speedway preview. Then we'll come back and do some more college basketball. And we'll also have another visit from Misty Cass. She'll join us coming up here in about 10 or 15 minutes. So right now, we'll take a break for one of our great sponsors, Poor Trav's Deli on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Folks, in Poor Trav's Deli, it's football time in Tennessee, as the late John Ward said. So Friday night, going to the ball game, come by and get your sandwiches. Tell us how you can help us.
Hey, just give us a call, 543-6128, and tell us what you like. White dark bread, we've got ham, turkey, roast beef, corned beef, pastrami, make a good steak sandwich. You want some chicken salad, some pickles and eggs. You know, if you just want a snack, some people just like to snack at the ball game, don't really want to eat a big meal. We can take care of that for you. We got chips and drinks if you want to pack your cooler or whatever. Got anything you need.
Yep, 543-6128 is what you call, or the number you call, and he'll have it ready for you. So if you're heading to the game, how much time should we allow you to get them ready?
Usually about 10 to 15 minutes is a pretty good time.
Yep, 10 or 15 minutes.
10 to 15 minutes, we'll take care of you.
Yep, ready to go. 543-6128. Again, it will be an excellent, excellent opportunity to come by and get some great food.
Yep, love to serve you.
Love to serve you, absolutely. How do you find us on social media?
We got a Facebook page. You can look us up there, leave us some feedback, give us a like.
Yep. Friday night football, Saturday football, whenever you need sandwiches, here's the place to come. Poor Trav's Deli at 543-6128, one of our great sponsors here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. On to Travis Constable again with TNS Home Improvements. Tell me what it's all about, sir.
Well, we build decks, do porches, roofing, underpinning under mobile homes, a little bit of remodel work, but with the decks and roofing, we just try to stick on that end of things.
Absolutely. And so they've been at it for how many years now?
We've been at it for a little over 3 years now.
3 years. TNS Home Improvements, they go all over the Tri-Cities. You take quotes. You're licensed and bonded, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So I make the phone call. Let's step me through real quick. I make the phone call, get a hold of you, say we're going to come out and see what you got going on. Tell me, what do you do? Take it from there. What happens next?
I'll schedule a day and time to come out and speak with you and give you an estimate, and you just have to say yay or nay, and then we put you on the schedule.
Social media, how do we find you?
Facebook.
Yep. And the phone number is?
423-946-8432.
They've been at it, folks. Again, started with a drill and a Chevy, what was it, Chevy Blazer?
Chevy Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. Yep. And now they're up to 5 full-time employees and four part-time employees. They're going great guns. They want to help you. Let them come give you a quote on what you need. TNS Home Improvements. sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again. We're at Duck Crossing, over 50,000 square feet of all kinds of goodies, 3 floors, over 50 vendors, an antique store here in downtown Elizabeth. Let's go to the phone. He's in Northern Virginia. Great to have him back. Our buddy Mike Hedrick. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It'd be a lot better if I was there in Bristol, not just for the race, but it's always great to rub elbows with you and hang out there a little bit with you. So, yeah, I'm excited about race weekend, even though I'm way back over here in Virginia.
Going to be there. We're going to be here. Of course, it's again the truck race tomorrow night. Then the big boys will run on Sunday for the Food City 500. And a lot of storylines coming in. Again, Joey Logano having a terrible start to his season. You got Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell they feel like they're going to kind of mix it up here on the track. And then, you're going to take care of these storylines. But I guess the big one down here is he's kind of the white elephant now. He's kind of long in the tooth, but it's still Kyle Busch's track. This guy's dominated this facility for a number of years, and so a lot of storylines coming into this weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Well, and it's got to start with Kyle Busch. I mean, he is literally just about, in our modern days, is really the king of Bristol there. I mean, he's won 8 Cup races, lots of truck races. I mean, eventually they're going to name a section like the Waltrip section and the Kilwickie. There's going to be a Busch section there one day. And the thing is, it may be it's these older guys that have the tenacity and the wherewithal to win this race. I mean, we have about 40 guys that are going to be out there on the field, but only 6 or 7 of these drivers currently have even ever won it at Bristol Motor Speedway. Like I just mentioned, Kyle has got his 8. Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher, Kyle Larson, Keselowski, and like you said, Logano's got him a win there as well. So it might be a track that he can kind of rebound. But what a terrible season he's been having. I mean, and granted, he got the poles a time or two, but just been caught up in everybody's mix. I think that happens in some of those bigger tracks like Daytona and Atlanta, but well, I think it can happen at Bristol too, because that's where, I mean, all the action day, I don't know what the drivers save it up for it or whether it just brings it out, but you've seen it right there in person there, that when you get to Bristol, a lot of things are going to get worked out on and off the track.
Yeah, well put, sir. More times on the track than off the track because, again, you've been there and the fans have been there. Most of the folks, I think, have probably been to Bristol, and if they haven't, they should be, but get there to see a race because it's unbelievable. But you're cruising along. We've talked about this in years past, and all of a sudden, it's 14-second laps, and you're rocking up and down the highway there, as they say, 120 mile an hour on the straightaways and about 110, 112 in the turns, and all of a sudden, like that, you get your spotter up on top of the track, literally up on top of the roof going, go low, go high. There's a wreck in 3, and you're coming out of 2. You got to react to what's going down in that next turn or on that back straightaway. It happens this quick, and your world can get turned upside down immediately at Bristol, can it not?
And it sure can. And along at that same time, your body is just being wore out to death. The G-forces are pulling your head to the outside of the track as you're trying to, keep diving in and pulling. Way back in the day, I talked to Bobby Allison years ago, and he said that they would even have backup drivers just lined up for Bristol, knowing that it was going to be that much wear and tear. You add to that these guys are beating and bouncing every single lap. I mean, no matter what you're doing, even if you're racing good, somebody's just banged you in the rear end, and something's happened in front. You kind of hit that guy, and now he remembers you, and the guy hit behind you, hit you. Then after about so many laps, now you're starting to get irritated because it's kind of hard to get moving up and moving forward, and I think it just ramps it up. And it's really neat how they saved it. They have that race not only in the springtime, but they have that as being one of the playoff races. I think it's just I don't know how many tracks people have been to. I've been to 7 of them. I haven't been to all the tracks, and there's ones I want to get to. But, when you think about really the greatest most iconic tracks, you think of, Daytona and Talladega and Martinsville, and you've got to think of Bristol Motor Speedway. And I think this race is going to live up to that. You've got some teams that are really doing great in the playoffs right now. Joe Gibbs Racing's got all of their guys in the top 16. 2311, another Toyota team, has all of their drivers up in the top 16. So does Trackhouse, and so does Hendricks Motorsports. The ones that are in trouble is your RFKs. Chris Buescher has been riding good this year. Brad Keselowski still struggling. And then you get down to Stewart-Haas Racing. They thought that they were going to try to make this year a lot better. They got Josh Berry over there and and Noah Gregson. But even all those guys, every one of their 4 drivers is outside of the 25. So you're going to have drivers that are, that are really anxious to try to make something happen and are good drivers that can make something happen at Bristol Motor Speedway. And then you've got guys that are already kind of locked in. Your Kyle Larson already has a win. William Byron already has a win. Daniel Suarez and now Christopher Bell. Those guys got wins. They're after stage points. They're going for the big win. So you've got a lot of different agendas all going on at the same time out there, Tom.
I went back to 2009. Kyle Busch won that one. He won the spring race in 2011. Kozlowski won it in 2012. Then we had some other guys no longer on the sport from there until 2018. Busch did it again. He won it in 19, the spring race. Then in the 31st of May on 2020, they got postponed due to COVID. But Brad Keselowski won that race. Then they go on dirt for the next 3 years. Joey Logano won it in 2021, 2022, Kyle Busch, and then last year it was Christopher Bell. And so this year they're back on concrete. I think all the drivers are just jumping them down with it. They love that. The dirt was okay. It was a novelty. It worked for a while, kind of lost its luster, and so now they're back on concrete the way it should be, in my opinion. So you look, and we talked about him, and here he is. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times since 2009. Kyle Busch has won this race, and yet all the talk this weekend is Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson, which I get. Chase Elliott's another guy who runs well up there. And, of course, Keselowski and Logano are previous winners, as you said. And then, Mike, you look at the one guy that really does very well up there is Denny Hamlin. So there's a lot of guys, as you mentioned, getting ready to go on starting the green flag on Sunday afternoon that have won there and have a legitimate shot of winning again this weekend for the Food City 500.
And as you said, Kyle Busch, not only does Kyle Busch have all those different wins, but he has those with different teams and different manufacturers and different, he's won on the pavement. He's won on the dirt. It really doesn't make any difference to him in what he's racing on. So, yeah, you've got a lot of guys that are really experienced that have wins, but then you got some really young guys that are really on fire this year that really could go in there and get themselves a win. Tyler Reddick comes to mind, having a great season over there at 23-11 since moving over from RCR, doing really great over there, right up in the mix. Could have won any of these latest races. You got the young guy, Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs has had a top 10 these last 3 races, it was in the 17th at Daytona, but since then has 3 there. It could be the week that he's getting ready to pop off and get him win. We know he's going to get one here sometime this season, and it may just be here up against some of these wily veterans. I think I heard on the radio that Ty Gibbs is told Martin Truex said, hey, I've given this old guy enough chances. It's time to, I've given him enough chances to try to get out there. So I think that's what's so wonderful about, Bristol. Everybody comes to Bristol with their own sack of lunch, with their own what they've got in there, their baggage that they can't bring in. Maybe it's from another race. You got 2 guys nowadays. The new rivalry seems to be Ryan Blaney and Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain just can't buy a friend out there, Tom. And so, plus it's ramping up. Everybody wants to get into the playoffs. They want to have that little bit of a breather room, like I said, like William Byron and Suarez and Larson and Bell. Those guys have breathing room, to go. So, and that makes those guys even crazier. So, I think it's going to be great for the fans. And don't forget about that truck race, because that is always great. We got some new drivers out there. 2 guys that have pulled off wins early this year. Rajah Caruth is doing really well. He started off with some sponsorship with Hendricks Motorsports after doing as well as he did. And after that win, he's got a ride for the rest of all 30 or all their whole full season. And Nick Sanchez, he got him another win. I think you're going to see him do well. Guys that haven't in the Truck Series, keep your eye on Ty Majeski and Corey Heim. Corey Heim was really great in the ARCA Series. He's up doing their good. So don't count out the wily veterans, your Matt Crafton and Eckes and Grant Enfinger. But I think there's some new blood in that Truck Series. So I always tell people, if you're only watching the Cup Series, you're really missing out, because a lot of the guys that you're watching right now, they start off down here in the Truck Series and the ARCA, and they work up to Xfinity. And now, really, when you get over to the Cup Series, I mean, if you were an old school fan and you haven't been watching NASCAR in about 10 years, chances are your driver's gone, and there's probably only 6 or 7 guys that are even racing from back in that era. So the neat thing is there's a lot of great new drivers that are out there. You just got to pick a guy for whatever the reason. Just got to have a dog in the hunt, as they always say. Whether it's your old manufacturer, you like Chevys, or you like Hendricks, or you like whatever, pick a guy in these lower series. It's a lot of fun. And at Bristol, any race is going to be a great race.
Absolutely. Here's the top guys as far as led the most. Been in. Let me start over. The most amount of laps spent in the top 5 at Bristol over the last 5, 6, 7 years. Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher. We haven't talked about him. Denny Hamlin, Ty Gibbs, William Byron, Michael McDowell, Brad Keselowski, and Chase Elliott. Those are guys that have been in the top 5 in terms of laps spent in the top 5, which is not an easy place. Once you get there, it's not an easy place to stay. So that tells you to a point they've mastered Bristol Motor Speedway. You don't ever totally master it, but at least they're up there in the top 5 running. So Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, Denny Hamlin, Ty Gibbs, William Byron, Michael McDowell, Brad Keselowski, and Chase Elliott, the guys have been in the top 5 consistently as far as laps. And so any of those guys, you throw in Kyle Busch, is there somebody out there you feel like it's got a dark horse chance that we're not talking about to win this thing?
I think you just already named him right in there with that list of the good guys. When you said Ty Gibbs has only been at Bristol just 1 or 2 races. And so for him to be consistently up in the top 5, I think that you got to kind of look at him. I wouldn't say as a dark horse because he's in Joe Gibbs' car. He's expected to do well. The Toyotas always do well. It might be Chris Buescher. He's done really well. He's kind of carried that organization now that Brad Keselowski has moved over to Roush Fenway, now Keselowski. I'd like to see Brad do well. I love their chrome numbers that they have on Brad's car every week. I'd like to see him do well. So maybe if I was going to pick a dark horse, it might be, a Brad Keselowski or a Buescher. But the main guys you definitely got to watch. You've got to watch Kyle Larson and nowadays Christopher Bell and Kyle Busch. You got to watch those big, fast guys. They've shown that they can get it done. They've shown that they don't mind roughing up a little bit of feathers. They can take it when they have to, and they certainly can dish it out there, Tom.
Well put, my friend. Great to have you back on the show. And what do you want to leave us with here? Again, Mike was with us, every week for a number of years. He's into a different season of his life now, but I got him back for the Bristol preview. What do you want to leave us with, sir?
Well, if you're there in town, if you're living around Bristol, you've got a lot of great, wonderful people coming from all over the country. You're going to see them in your food city and everywhere. Just wish them a good, safe time. Tell them the traditional "God bless you" real good. It might spark up a conversation with you. You might meet up with another fellow Christian or something like that. So, hey, everybody out there, have a great and a safe race weekend. Tom, I love you, boy. I pray for you every single day by name. God bless everybody real good, and woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Love him. Love to hear that. Been missing that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Great job, Mike Hedrick. Appreciate him very, very much being with us. The Bristol preview, the Food City 500 coming up on Sunday, St. Patrick's Day. 3:30, they'll drop the green flag. The sun's popped out here in downtown Elizabeth, and the rain stopped, which is a good thing here on this Friday. So you never know. And then maybe a softball game after all tonight. We'll have to wait and see. Quick break. We'll be right back. Sarah's going to join us from Duck Crossing. Then we'll take a look at some more college basketball, see what's going on. Tennessee starts in about 12 minutes. And so we'll be right back after this. We're live at Duck Crossing on this Friday on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Hey, this is Tom Taylor. Here in 2024, the Tom Taylor Sports Show is now on TikTok. That's right. Lots of cool things coming all year long, again on TikTok. Be sure and like us, share it, and follow by hitting the plus button. So a lot of neat things coming. Please get on board with us. Like, share, or follow by hitting the plus button. The Tom Taylor Sports Show, now in 2024 on TikTok. Senator Craig, you're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club Savings Account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club Savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub-account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bemycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature. Great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club Savings Account for Christmas 2024
Yes.
from Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, look who stopped by. Her maiden voyage. This is Sarah.
Pleasure to meet y'all.
Yeah, she is the daughter of Misty. Misty will come back in a few minutes. By the way, we're at Duck Crossing downtown. We're in the window. People walk by and look at me like, what's he doing in the window? So, pretty good little perch. I like it. We'll have to come back down there and do it again. So you have been helping your mom out for a number of years, right?
See, I believe we're going on 8 years.
8 years, yeah.
Doesn't feel like 8. It feels like it's been less.
Been less? Well, time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 8 years in October.
Yeah. So you have books. We're going to promote. They have a lot of books inside Duck Crossing.
Oh, yeah, we've got quite a variety of books. And it's actually National Reading Month this month. This is one of the ones I brought with us because we have a variety of different Westerns, which we sell quite a decent amount of. People really like these.
This is called Will Henry by writing as Clay Fisher. Return of the Tall Man. There you go. And the price on this is $1. Paperback, Will Henry. So there's one.
I
Okay.
thought the cover was really neat.
Yeah.
Actually, the next few coming up all have one thing in common, and these are different books and one adaptation that have been featured in my Banned Books Week series on our TikTok, which basically every, I believe, September/October, it depends on the year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a week celebrating or educating others about banned books, which are books that have been challenged in different schools or libraries or removed. Like Jenny B. Jones, for example, she was removed for her poor grammar / being childish, which I think is kind of interesting because, I mean, she's in first grade in this one.
Yeah. So, Junie B., first grader. Price on that is, what does that say?
That is $1.25.
$1.25 for that one. So that's the Junie B. All right.
Narnia, I believe, is on there for magic / witchcraft. I can't quite remember. I should have double-checked that before it came on.
The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis, The Magician's Nephew. This is another paperback.
That's my favorite of the series.
$1. Of course, there's a glare now. The sun's out, but they're kind of, let's do it that way. It's for $1. Another paperback here at Duck Crossing. All right.
And then we have one adaptation. One I've actually watched quite a few times. Me and my sister rented this a strange amount of times growing up for some reason. It's Where the Red Fern Grows.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of self-explanatory in a way. This one was removed for violence / themes of death, which if you've read the book or seen the movie, you know it's not a happy tale.
Mm-hmm.
To put it frankly, it's what I enjoy, but it's very emotionally intense in parts.
Emotionally intense where the red fern grows. This is for $1. This is on VHS. They still sell these here. And so
we also have the sequel.
Oh, you have the sequel too?
Yep.
All right.
Surprise. There's a sequel for it.
There's a sequel to The Red Fern Grows? I didn't know that. I just learned something new.
I don't know why they have a sequel for it because it's a pretty self-contained story and there's not a sequel for the book. So.
Interesting. All right, so here's some more. Here's an Archie magazine, or comic book rather, for 50 cents. Tilt it down so the glare doesn't get you. But the Archie, they sell a ton of those in here. It gives you another idea. And then, who doesn't like Garfield? Here's the Garfield. His fourth book goes for $2.
Oh, yeah, I've got that one at home.
Yep, Garfield weighs in. So there you go. So if you're a Garfield fan, got all these books here. And you help your mom at the front counter, right?
Oh, yeah. I help at the front. I help with cases. I run our TikTok. We are Duck Crossing 10 on not Facebook, on TikTok. And like I said, every year I do Banned Books Week, and it's really fun. And we're sitting comfortably at 102 followers. I would like to get those numbers up, but it's a process.
You talking about TikTok?
Oh, yeah.
Got 102 followers? Well, that's good. That's a start. So it's more than some.
Better than we were this time last year. I think we're still sitting at like 99.
Absolutely. So anyway, that's what we've got. Again, 50,000 square feet, over 50 vendors. She just came and showcased books, but that's just one small part of everything that goes on in here. No question. Lots and lots of things to come here and shop and look at, isn't there?
For sure. I manage the media stuff up on the mezzanine. We've got records, books, DVDs, VHS, a couple Blu-rays, not a lot. Let's see, what am I forgetting? A lot of records, we've got toys and games and different
vintage toys, antique toys, up on the mezzanine, up on the second level. Yep, good stuff.
Really good stuff.
Good job. You did a nice job. I have to get you back again.
Absolutely.
We're coming back next month, I was told. So, okay.
Awesome.
That's what Mom said. We're coming back next month. She likes it. So,
looking forward to it.
Yep, and we'll have you back on next month. Quick break. We'll be right back. This again is Sarah from right here at Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabethton. Be loyal. Buy local. Again, over 50 vendors, 50,000 square feet, 3 levels, packed full of all kinds of goodies. And today she showcased just one little tiny snippet of books at the Duck Crossing here in downtown Elizabethton.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
It's important to hire a professional because you want a quality, trained, and licensed person working in your home. All of my staff are factory trained and have years of experience. With today's technology in heating and air conditioning systems, you want a trained professional working on your system. Our motivation to provide our customers with the best service is years of experience. We've been in business for 35 years and we plan on being in business for another 35 years. So we want to make our customers happy.
And Big Dad's Barbecue. So holidays are coming. How can you help us, big guy?
We do all of our regular barbecue. We got curbside. We do a lot of to-go. We got dine-in. We do, if you call ahead, we do catering for, special occasions. If you don't feel like cooking, we will do hams and turkeys for Thanksgiving the week of. We just be running business as usual.
If you have a holiday party coming up, how can you help us with that?
You can, if you call ahead and tell me how many people and what you want, we can have it ready for you, and you can come pick it up and let us do the cooking for you, and it'll be cooked hot, ready to eat, fresh, cooked when you come to pick it up. It'll be fresh right then. It won't be like sitting under a heat lamp or anything.
Social media, how do we find you?
I'm on Facebook. I got somebody working on a website, but they're still working on it. So, Facebook's the best place. Big Dad's Barbecue page.
Phone number is 542-2272, the number to call. So the holidays are upon us here. If you need help with barbecue, phone's ringing as we speak. If you need barbecue, if you need platters, you need, when people call in and get stuff for parties, what's the 2 or 3 most popular things to ask for?
The big ones are pulled pork, beans, and slaw. But we also got, mac and cheese, collard greens, potato salad. We have, several things you can choose from that we make here in-house. So just pretty much whatever you need, barbecue-wise.
542-2272. Give them a call. Let them help you with the holidays. If you're getting a small gathering, big gathering, whatever, give them a call. Give them a shot. Let them help you. 542-2272. Love coming down here. Love eating the food right here on Elk Avenue in downtown Elizabethton on Big Dad's Barbecue. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Nope, I put him on 3. Just so I got so many screens I can't remember where I put people. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm thinking you're on 8. There you are. There you go. She's not Mike Hedrick. Mike just got done. Good job, Mike, talking NASCAR. He joined us by phone from Northern Virginia. So, and Sarah did a great job talking books. Mama's Back. Is that a TV show? You're going to hold this. I'll be
Mama's House.
Mama's House. All right, you hold that, and I'll be your Vanna. So we're going to
Okay.
start with this.
I brought some stuff up that we have that's actually local NASCAR to Bristol. I think that's really cool. It's George the Painter.
I've never seen this. That's really cool.
I hadn't either, but it came in, and I just thought it was kind of cool.
This is the guy who paints the walls, George the Painter. He's legendary Bristol, and this is a little, what would you call that? Just a little
figurine, I guess.
It's not a bobblehead, just a little
That's what
figurine.
I was seeing if he had a bobble to him, but
Yeah.
yeah, just unusual, especially if you collect stuff.
$10. Okay.
And I brought we've got lots of different years from the 90s and 2000s of just those programs that they have at Bristol. So we've got probably about 15 different years between the 90s and the early 2000s that are just the NASCAR program whenever they came to town. And
Here's the 1996 Bristol program. The late Dale Earnhardt on the front of it. Goes for a whopping $10. How about that? Can't beat it. So,
yeah, so
all right.
just a lot of that kind of stuff. We also have
Here's Jeff Gordon. Let me run through these real quick. Bristol International Raceway 35th anniversary 1995 program. Jeff Gordon for $5. All right.
we got a couple of these. The old what do they call those seat cushions?
NASCAR seat cushions. The Winston Cup Series for $5. How about that?
It's got the
And on the back of it, you got the schedule. This is a 1998 seat cushion. They were in Bristol March the 29th. They were in Bristol on August 22nd. We were doing the public address announcing at that point. I was there with these.
Oh, wow.
1998. There you go. So these are NASCAR.
Yeah, this one's 94.
There's the 1994 one.
So we got
$5.
Yeah, just a fun little thing.
Sure. Little seat
But
cushions.
you could still, I mean, they're still good. Yeah, you could still totally use them. Okay, we have.
She's hilarious.
Um,
She likes doing this. She says she doesn't, but she likes doing it. She's good at it.
So this is out of the case where you got the bobblehead before, but he's got a lot of all sports, but he's got these NASCAR items, and he's having a sale this weekend of 30% off everything that he has in there. So
Really?
all of his cards and his characters and all that.
This is $18 less 30%. This is the Dale Earnhardt number 3 car from the Lifetime Series of Dale Sr. and the Winner's Circle car. So there you go. That's $18 less 30% this weekend. Here's a Dale Earnhardt card. This is $10 less 30%. One of his collectible cards. And this is a retrospective card of Dale Sr. People still buy Dale Sr. stuff all the time. Here is what is this? This is the collector's. Oh, these are playing cards. 1996 top 5 driver playing cards. Comes in a tin container. And it goes for $20 less 30% this weekend. So there's a collector's item. The 19 top 5 drivers: Dale Jarrett, Jeff Gordon, Terry Labonte, Mark Martin, and Dale Earnhardt. Those are the playing cards for $20 less 30%. All right. Then if you like Richard Petty, the King, who's still with us, here's a racing car from 1988 for Richard Petty, the King, from 1988, $15 less 30%. And then how about this? This is really cool. Is this a belt buckle?
I don't know what that is.
Nope. It's just what would that be? Pewter? I'm not sure. Bronze?
Yeah, bronze or
metal?
brass, maybe some kind of metal.
Yeah.
Black.
Check this out. Richard Petty. I've never ever seen this. Richard Petty, the King. It's metal. It's heavy.
It is bronze.
Bronze.
A bronze art piece, it says.
7-time Winston Cup champion, 7-time Daytona 500 champion, 200 wins, 555 top 5 finishes, 513 consecutive starts. This is, what did you say it was? Bronze?
Bronze art piece.
Yep.
1990, made in the USA.
There you go. It is $70 less 30%. So you take $21 off of that, you get it for $59, less than $60 for that right there. And the only one I've never seen this before. I thought I've seen all the NASCAR
some
stuff.
unusual things in there.
There it is, a Richard Petty for $70 in the booth there. Comes in the box. You want to give it as a gift? Already ready to go. All right. This is Dale Jr. This is $15, his action figurine. So $15 less, 30% for Dale Jr. If you're a Dale Jr. fan, there's one out there who is. Drove the iconic number 8. All right, there you go.
Okay, well, and that's pretty much, we've got a few different of the box card sets that are unopened. We've probably got...
Here's the 1991 240 card collection of all your NASCAR stars on the fronts, Richard Petty and Bill Elliott, for, is that $5?
$5.
$5 less 30%. Good night. I may get that myself. The Ultimate Collector Club. 240 cards of your favorite driver from 1991, which is, how far back is that? 2001 would be
33 years.
33 years back. So for $5 less 30%. Wow. This is the Max race card set. How about that, folks, from here at Duck Crossing?
Yeah, same sort of thing, a different box, but 1991 as well.
1991 race cards. This one goes for $10 less 30% this weekend. So if you're a NASCAR fan and somebody who is, we checked a while ago, 284 days till Christmas. Don't tell me that, Tom. Well, you can get this kind of stuff and hide it back.
Oh, yeah, for
Put
sure.
it away and give it as a Christmas gift.
Just don't forget where you hide them.
Amen. I do that all the time. You got Mother's Day coming up. Maybe Mom's a NASCAR fan. Certainly Father's Day right around the corner. Graduation's right around the corner. Or just because reason to come in and get this merchandise. So, wow, that's some really neat stuff. I've never seen some of that, and I thought I've seen just about everything NASCAR, but never seen that. Now I've seen it at the Duck Crossing. There you go. So, talk about this green. Reach over and get that picture real quick. Let's talk about that because it's really cool. She's got it really. When you come in here, she's got everything so displayed so nicely. It's really cool. Just it almost makes you want to buy it. Here's a 70s water pitcher for $18. So is this stuff in style now? People want this?
Yes, the colored glass. That's kind of when I was telling you about the bohemian style or the kitschy things from the 70s, 60s, 70s. So it's really cool. Let me show you this little snack set. We've got this that's, they called it, now this is more from the 50s. This is a snack set.
Right.
And so the cup fits right there. And it's a place setting of 6, and he's just got $20 on it. Which
You're kidding
is
me.
great. No. So I thought that'd be pretty to
A placement for 6 people for $20. Get all this for 6 people.
2, yep.
For
It's got
$20.
2 pieces each part. So
Good night. That is awesome.
Total of 12 pieces.
For
I
$20.
think those are really cool.
It is really cool. See, that's the thing. You get these bargains come down. You think, gosh, it's going to be a high price because it's antiques, and it's very, very. I mean, it's very affordable to say the least.
For sure.
So I'll let you put that back. So it's all right here, folks. So what do you feel like? Let me hit this right here. I want to record this one. I want to see what you got to say.
Okay.
We're talking to our buddy Misty Counts again from Duck Crossing here downtown Elizabethton. Again, right here on the main street. And 50 vendors for over 50,000 square feet. 3 different levels. What do you feel like separates you from all the other antique stores in the Tri-Cities?
I would say organization and easy to walk through the store and see all that we have to offer. We offer our vendors 75% of everything is vintage or older. So we don't have a lot of the new things. We do have a few new things, but mainly we focus on vintage and antiques. And also I would say our vintage clothing, which is a hot item right now too. We've got a lot of vintage clothing for guys and girls. And we were talking earlier about the kitschy items, the mushrooms and the butterflies and all those kind of things that are back now, the bohemian sort of style.
Duck Crossing, downtown Elizabeth. And what are the hours you're open?
We're open Monday through Friday from 11 to 5:30 and Saturdays 10 to 6.
How do we find you on social media?
We are at Facebook, Facebook we're at Duck Crossing Elizabethton, and on Instagram we are Duck Crossing Antiques.
And last but not least, the phone number to call.
423-518-1858.
One of our great sponsors, Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabethton. Just made a commercial. Good job.
Okay.
So, good stuff. So, in closing here, what are folks, is there a trend? I mean, I say this every time I come down here, but Are they looking for furniture right now? No, back in Christmas, they're looking for old-time Christmas decorations. So is there a trend here early 2024 people looking for?
The vintage clothes are
Clothes?
really hot right now. And, we always have people that are looking for real wood furniture pieces. Also, side tables and side chairs, just kind of to complement what they already have in their home.
Mm-hmm. So it's all right here, folks. Duck Crossing, downtown Elizabethton. We're right across from, you can find
Simple Blessings.
Simple Blessings. We love promoting Simple Blessings. And so they're here. And again, 3 floors, over 50 vendors, over 50,000 square feet. As I said at the outset of the broadcast, come and plan to spend some time because you're not going to walk in and walk right back out. In fact, a couple of folks came in here when I started the show. They're just not leaving. And so they've been in there the whole time walking around. You just get hooked because you see every shelf on every booth is different.
Yes.
I mean, it really, truly is. And again, as I said earlier, if you said, well, I was here around Christmas, or I was here in early January, you need to come back because things have moved out of here and new things have been brought in by the vendors. So it's a constant turnover. And so you think you've seen everything, you haven't, because it changes daily, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you.
Okay.
Coming back in April?
Yes, sounds great.
Yeah, I want to come back in April and do it again. It's awesome. I love this little perch. People walk by looking feel like a fish in a fish bowl. They look up, stop, and go. Because I got my sign right. It's like, Tom Taylor, who's that guy there?
Did you have anybody make funny faces at you?
I did. I had a lady stick her tongue out at me. And I stuck mine right back to her. And she grinned and kept on trucking. So absolutely, you go stick it out, I'm going to stick it back. So
we had a little girl blowing us kisses there when you were getting
she
set
did.
up.
She blowing kisses. She was indeed.
Remind me of my little Caroline.
We'll take a break. We'll come right back, run down through college basketball one more time. It's a busy day as they're, again, getting ever so close, going through all the conference tournaments. And then, of course, Sunday we'll set the brackets for March Madness. We'll tell you all about what's going on next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live at Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabethton. Insurance. How can you help us with auto insurance?
Well, one of the things Horace Mann was started for, Tom, back in 1945 was to provide auto insurance for educators. They came up with the idea that if we could put a group of school teachers together in one company, their cars would sit in a parking lot for 10, 12 hours a day. Friday and Saturday nights, they're home grading papers. They're all college educated. They have a tendency to be better drivers because they set an example for their students. And knowing all those things, we'd probably have less claims. And so we're able to offer better insurance rates because of that.
And so, if you're a teacher, an educator, you want to come here and get a quote because of that, your quotes and your rates are typically better than other folks, right?
That's right. And we also do a couple other things for educators. If they were to get into an accident while they're on school business, we don't have a deductible on that, Tom. They won't have to pay a deductible. If somebody vandalizes their car while it's on school property, they don't pay a deductible for that. If they get into an accident on school property, we waive the deductible. If they get into an accident with another Horace Mann agent or a Horace Mann client, they're going to not have to pay a deductible also.
It's good stuff. So if you need more information, go to social media or give him a call. How can we get a hold of you and find out more?
Yeah, you can just call me here at the office at 543-0059 or go to horacemann.com on the internet, and you'd be able to find our office here. There
you go. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, the good folks right here at Rick Walters, Horace Mann Insurance. That'd be great. Sarah wants to come back next month. I said, absolutely, you can come back next month. We're going to be back next month for sure. Hello, Carl Counts says, great job, Sarah. Linda Birchfield, thank you all for watching. So let's run down some scores we got right now. At halftime, the Big Ten tournament, Purdue leading Michigan State by 7, 34-27. AAC tournament, South Florida leading East Carolina by 6 in the first half. Tennessee and Mississippi State. Mississippi State's jumped out to a 9-4 lead here with 14:53 to go in the first half. So Tennessee trails early to Mississippi State. As I said earlier in the broadcast, you better come out on fire because you stubbed your toe against Kentucky, and right now they trail early 9-4, but they've had about 6 minutes gone in the ball game. Wisconsin Northwestern later on today. Wichita State, UAB. Middle Tennessee State, the Blue Raiders in the Conference USA tournament today at 3 o'clock. South Carolina and Auburn will be at 3:30 today. Let's see. Let's go back to, let's see, these are all yesterday's scores, so we don't want that. Let's go to the sheets over here before we get out of here and bring you up to speed on what's going on. Tennessee trails by 5 here. Again, first half. Auburn, South Carolina at 3 o'clock. Kentucky, Texas A&M at 7 o'clock. And Alabama and Florida, the nightcap at 9 o'clock tonight in the SEC tournament. In the ACC, North Carolina and Pitt will play at 7 tonight, and North Carolina State and Virginia at 9:30 tonight in the ACC tournament. In the Big Ten, we gave you the Purdue score, the lead by 7 at halftime over Michigan State. Up next will be Northwestern and Wisconsin. Illinois and Ohio State tonight, and then also the nightcap, Nebraska and Indiana in the Big Ten tournament. You also have in the Big East at Madison Square Garden, UConn and St. John's at 5:30, and Providence and Marquette at 8 o'clock. Isn't it interesting not that long ago that Rick Pitino was ribbing his team publicly, and here they are, the 5th seed, and playing the number 1 seed UConn today. And I wouldn't bet against Rick Pitino and St. John's to knock them off. The Red Storm playing very well right now for St. John's. They'll play UConn at 5:30, Providence and Marquette at 8 o'clock tonight. You have the Pac-12, Arizona and Oregon at 8. Washington State and Colorado will be at 10:30 tonight. And then the Pac-12, the Big 12 rather, Texas Tech and Houston at 7 tonight. Houston, the number 1 team in the country, projected to be one of the top seeds, one of the top 4 seeds come bracket time on Sunday. Houston playing Texas Tech, and Iowa State and Baylor will play the nightcap in the Big 12 tournament. So that's what's going on there. Let's take a look at what happened or what is happening on the college or state basketball tournament. Let's see if we can get that real quick. So, here we go right here. TSSAA championship scores. Let's hit this, and let's hit this right here again. See what's going on in the state basketball tournament. There it is, the boys, and it'll be 4A. Independence leads Rossview 52-45 with 2:30 to go in the fourth quarter, so it's a 7-point game, so it's still doable for Rossview to come back and win this. They're down by 7, 52-45. So let's see. Let's go to 4A and see how it went that first game. That's the only 2 games played so far. So you have it was Cookeville knocking off Bartlett 41-39. So Cookeville wins that and came from behind to win it. 2-point win for Cookeville. They've worked themselves into the state championship tomorrow against either Rossview and Independence. So Cookeville playing for the state championship tomorrow in 4A. Everybody else will be playing later on today. So there you go. All right, that's going to do it from here. A big thank you to our guest. Again, we appreciate David Lyons coming by from Brumman Sports Shop and Mike Hedrick from again, our NASCAR Bristol Motor Speedway preview. Thank you, guys. And, of course, Misty and Sarah from right here at Duck Crossing. Back with you. We'll see tonight. Softball maybe or maybe not. Had a lot of rain, but the rain has stopped. It's clouding up again, though. But the rain has stopped. Sun's out for a little while, so we'll see. 5:45 airtime, 6 o'clock first pitch if we can get it to go today. And the softball, again, the Lady Cyclones at 2-1 against the Lady Grizzlies of Granger. We'll see if we can get that game in tonight. If we can, we will. If we don't, we won't. Be real simple. It'll all be hinging on the outfield. Infield is turf now, artificial turf. But the outfield, again, still natural grass and took a lot of rain, so we'll see if they can play it. We'll see. So if we can, we'll be there. Tucker Taylor and yours truly bring it to you tonight with a new camera angle at 5:45. First pitch at 6. Lady Cyclone softball, weather permitting tonight, against the Granger Lady Grizzlies. That'll do it from here. Let's wrap it up with the verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, and today, as always, certainly no different. Jeremiah 32:19 says, great are your purposes, mighty are your deeds. Your eyes are open to all the ways of men. You, we're talking about God, reward everyone according to his conduct and as his deeds deserve. Whew. How about that? He rewards us according to our conduct and as our deeds deserve. So I guess if we've not done well, we're not going to get much. If we do well, we'll be rewarded according to our conduct and as our deeds deserve. It's a very interesting way to look at it. Interesting way to wrap it up. Thanks for watching the show. Back with you on Monday. Tom Daly Sports Show. We will be at Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton on Monday. Have a great weekend. Softball, we'll keep our fingers crossed to play tonight at 6 at home against Granger. Until then, we'll say as always, bloom where you planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2041 today from the Duck Crossing Antique Store in downtown Elizabeth.